Hi Floss Tube, welcome to my little stitchy world. It's been quite a long time since I've done a video. You would think that I would have done, I don't know, 100 by now because of how long I've been in this house. But it just never happened. It's not like I can say that I'm busy. I don't think I've been busy for a month and a half, but I guess I just had to wait until the house was quiet. It actually is at this moment. Yeah. So, I've been gone for a long time. I've got to try and figure out how to get into the groove of this. I guess that I never intended to quit FlossTube, period. And I didn't even intend to be gone for a long time. Sorry, I am standing. My bed has cross stitch. It has dogs, and it has some other stuff. I'm going through some things and rearranging. It's a mess. It's a mess. I'm a mess, but I'm on here. I washed my hair. I washed my hair just for you because it was looking pretty bad. But I do have sweatshirts like everybody else and a t-shirt. So, but I'm here. I am finally here. I have enjoyed watching FlossTube. I watch it almost every night. A lot of times I hit the thumbs up button, but I'm watching it on my TV. So you can't really comment on the TV, I don't think. But I'll comment once in a while. But usually I'm surrounded with cross-stitch dogs and I'm stuck, So, anyhow, back to my life. My life's pretty typical. Before COVID-19 came around, I just worked, came home, took care of my pets, cross-stitched, cooked dinner, did cleaning, the normal thing. So I wasn't gone because I had no time or something happened. But as most of you know who have followed me and haven't given up on me, my husband passed away a little over a year ago. I can't believe it's been that long. It's in that stage where, and I've talked to both my boys, and they feel the same way, that it feels like forever since we've heard his voice, and yet it feels like I just saw him. And I was kind of in that limbo. I'm in that limbo right now where it feels like, because he was a truck driver, and he was long haul at the beginning of his career, and it just kind of feels like I'm waiting for him to come home. And then all of a sudden I realize it. And I think it's just the back of your mind, your brain, I've heard, really wasn't intended to deal with this kind of loss. So it's difficult. And I was in a really bad place. I was just pushing along, and I did a few FlossTube videos, and I was just pushing it. And then I was rock bottom. When I've heard people say I went as low as you could go and still be here, it never really clicked until I experienced the loss I did. I don't think I could not have gone any lower. I literally asked God to take my life because I couldn't do it. I didn't want to wake up in the morning without him anymore. So at some point I just finally I stopped everything but work and just the normal, just get up, go to work, come home, take care of the pets. I just kind of put myself into this no-feel zone for a while. And I know some people say, oh, that was probably really, really bad, but everybody is different. And I had amazing support and people to talk to, but I had to get through it my way. And you're never through it. I'm never through it. I still cry. I still miss him. So I don't want to talk about it a lot. Just wanted to let you know that I had to step away. Like I didn't even come on for just a couple minutes and say, this is what I'm doing, this is why. I just had to just stop um, and do whatever it took just to live each day. So I've done that, and I'm still here, and I'm still stitching, and I'll make it through. But it's hard. It's hard. You know, you go through a stage where it's like all of a sudden you just go, where's all this stuff? And you start freaking out because you don't want him to be erased. You know, he'll never be erased, but it's like, how could you get rid of anything? This was his stuff. You know, my husband was one of these, like, don't get rid of that. I'll use it one day. But he had so much of that stuff. And to get rid of anything when he's not here for permission was heartbreaking. So I finally am getting to a stage where there's things my boys or I will never let go of. We'll have it till the day we die. That's his. That's all there is to it. And then there is stuff that was ours that we got that I finally had to say, okay, it's not practical for what my life is now. So, yeah, I'm here, and I'm getting through, and I have amazing support, and family and friends, and I have God. You know, I'm somebody of faith that I won't let go of that, and I'm proud of that, and I embrace that, and I know God is getting me through. So, you know, it's not something that I'm going to debate over of, well, why did he take your husband? I'm somebody of faith, and he answered me in ways that is unexplainable. I have literally had people tell me, I've heard of these stories, but I've never known anybody who experienced that. It's mind-blowing. So I know that he's the one who got me through, and he's the one telling me that he's with me and he's waiting for you, but you know, it's not your time yet. And now that I'm further into it, he had passed away. This last December was 1 year, and I'm seeing my kids, and we're going through this COVID-19 together. I can see each day that I'm glad that God spoke to my heart, because I don't even know what shape my kids would be in if they lost both of us. And my youngest, he finally broke down, and he finally said how bad it was affecting him. I mean, both of them, all of us, we watched David pass right in front of us. So you can't come out of that without scars and bruises and cuts and blood, and you know, because it feels like your heart's bleeding. So we're just trying to get through day by day. But I'm going to try and be back as much as I can. I'm not going to say, oh, I'll be back every week or 2 weeks or month. I am stitching almost every day. My hands are really allowing me to stitch except for one. The arthritis is really getting to it. But on warm days, I'm stitching pretty good. I'm left-handed, so I hold everything with my right hand. And then at work, I hold everything with my right hand because I serve with my left hand. So that's why this one is in such bad shape. So when it gets really cold, sometimes I have to take a break and not stitch for a day. Yesterday, it started raining, like beautiful weather for days. Beautiful weather right now. But yesterday, rained. And it was cold. And this finger hurt. So I did get some stitching in the evening, but not a whole lot. So since it's been a while, and everybody has already done the WIP Parade, I figured I would just go ahead and show you all of my WIPs, because I don't know what I've started since, I know some of the stuff I've started since the last I was on here, but not everything. So I figure I would just show it to you. I have the cover for most everything, but I think there's one or two that's PDF file that I did not print off. And to show you, I tried doing it a little while ago just to see on my phone, because I'm doing my iPad, to see if you could see it, but all it was showing was white, and it's the lighting. And if I open the big picture window, you're going to see like half my face white. It's going to look like I'm an angel, and let me tell you, that's not the case. So I'm not pulling up the blinds, and if I did, you probably still couldn't see the phone. So there's just one chart I have that is, I think one or two, that's not in my possession, in my hand, like in kitted. So this is some of them. And here's some more. And I don't even want to talk about it. I can't even talk about it. I'm just going to show you. We're not going to talk about it. It's bad. My places. My bag, box, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't fit them all. Why? And I am not using the COVID-19 as an excuse. Most of those I started before this happened. Beginning of the year, I went nuts because last year I did the Stitch 9 challenge from Farm Girl Michelle, and I got 9 done. I posted most of it like on Instagram, but I didn't update it. I did do the 9. It was for me. I wasn't entering in the drawing. I wasn't doing any of that. It was something for me to focus on during selling my house, losing my husband, you know, the whole bit. Just need something to concentrate on at night to keep my mind busy. And then January hit. Oh my goodness. The WIPs exploded. And I have more that I am not, oh, I was looking at it, that I'm not going to start. Like, oh, it's falling. See, this is ridiculous. It's kitted up. It's almost kitted up. This is new stuff. Empty. Not even kitted up, not even going there yet. Oh, I can't really see that. No, not even kitted up, not even going there yet. Just, I have WIP, or not WIPs, but charts. Oh my goodness, charts. And I got charts coming in. Somebody needs to take my phone and iPad away. I miss the days when if you couldn't get out, you couldn't spend money. Computer was not a great idea. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into my WIPs. I do have charts. I do have new charts that I've gotten. And I have finishes. But I'm not going to show those to you right now. You see what I show you. If I show you everything, this is going to be a 3-hour video. I got a dog out there. That's my son's. My son and Donna Laura had to take off to the vet. Their little guinea pig, their oldest one, our little Weep, she is not doing very well. She's like 6 or 7 years old. And we don't take that line down like, oh, hey, don't cry. Oh, she's really old, she'll pat. No. They're our babies. They're our family. So they're taken to vet to see if it's an infection or it's because of age. So they want to at least give her a chance, you know. So I'm watching Bruiser out there. And he's just laying by the door. I can hear him. He knows Grandma's in here. So yeah, that's why it's quiet. Normally, if we're here and everybody's in the house, his collar jingles, my dogs go bat crazy. And it's like, guys, you've lived with him for a year. well, less than a year we've had him. Calm down. It's family. But no, they go crazy because he's so big and they're so small. So, but as far as my dogs, I have all 4 of my dogs. Charlie is 15. He has seizures. He's on a medication for that. And then I give him CBD oil for pets, and that kind of calms it down because the phenobarbital stops the grand mal seizures, but periodically he'll get focal seizures if he's got a bladder infection or whatever. So this just calms it down. But you're going to hear him whine because he can't see very well. And he can't hear very well. So he gets stuck somewhere and like he cries. So I'm going to be looking around him once in a while just to check on him. But yeah. I have all of them, all 4 in this room. Just tell you a little bit about my stitching real quick. Let's get into stitching. I don't know how many minutes I've been talking. Long enough. I started Magical Stitches in August of last year. And I was just doing the weekly challenges to get the rest of the Stitch 9 challenge done. I was getting to the point where I was getting burned out of the same thing. And I wanted to see it through. And so I started that. And so then this year, I really went gung-ho. And I'm doing the monthly challenge. So like right now, I'm doing the April Ultimate Challenge. And then I'm doing the weekly tasks. So there's pros and cons about it. The cons are, if you just wanted to work on something and just stitch and get it done, and you've got all these tasks and it doesn't fit in, if you're only going to do one, like you could do all penalty stitches for one, it's kind of like, well, strange just to be in the group, you know? So you have to really want to be stitching during the week on different things, a little here, a little there. That's perfect for me because like when I was doing week-long rotations, by Thursday I was burnt out, and I love the charts. So doing different things, sometimes in a week I'll do the same chart for 2 different tasks because it works and I want to get it done, but it's nice to jump over and then grab something else real quick. Kind of breaks it up. And right now I can do stitch on one thing and do another for task in the evening because I've got all flipping day to stitch. I'm not an essential employee, so. Alright. This is one, oh, I don't want to drop that. This is one that I have a PDF file for. It's an Etsy. I don't remember the company. I was just looking at it. If you want to know, just ask me, and I'll put down their name. She sent this pattern to Priscilla and Chelsea from the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. And I saw it and fell in love with it, and I got it. And this is a piece of fabric, 28 count, from the store that I just coffee tea dyed and baked. Boy, I'm out of practice. And I think this is looking grainy. It's looking grainy to me on this end. It's just because of the lighting. I just want to be able to get on here and do this. But yeah, it's the fence. It's a row, and you're going to have pumpkins on here and then the other side. So, and it will say 5 little pumpkins. So I stitch it directly. Oh my goodness. Hello. Somebody got in her way. 6 feet, dogs. 6 feet. They have no respect for personal space at all. No. That's what I was saying. You messed me up. I stitched directly from the PDF file on my computer. So that's why I don't have to print it off. I almost showed you the chart. So I am finally doing the next. This thing is so bad. I wouldn't even give it away to my worst enemy. And I don't even have an enemy. This is so old. So I am doing fall. I painted my nails. And then I was playing around with Ghost and it messed up. Oh well. So I'm doing fall. I've done winter and spring. So I'm starting right up here. No, sorry. It's backwards. Starting right over here. I usually start in the upper left-hand corner most of the time. So here I am. There's a lot of half stitches to make it look like things are far away. So that'll make more sense later, but the thing with half stitches is you can really see the fabric, but I don't care. This is just a 14 count Ada from the craft store. If I had it to do over again, I would have done them all on 28 count because that's my preferred. But I did this, I started this years ago, long before floss tube. So I wanted to stick with it. This baby now, I've got a lot of spring pieces, and oh heavens, I am in love with this. And I've had this, I've shown this chart to you when I got it, with my needle and thread, Peter and Peep. I use this for, as many tasks as I can for magical stitches. I converted the floss because I was putting all the floss into the cart and it did not, the colors did not match up with what was on the picture. And I love the scene, but I also picked it because I love the colors. They're so pretty. That rabbit color is actually charted for like this light. Well, actually, it's charted for the color that's on his vest. And this is like a dark, dark blue. This is charted like a green or... I don't even know. I don't even remember. The wagon isn't even charted blue, I don't believe. So, I keep looking over there. Looks like I'm looking away, but I'm not. So, most of it is color and cotton. I just grabbed them. I picked what I thought looked like the picture or that I really liked. But this is my pride and joy. I'm even posting it on Facebook because I just have Facebook for family and friends. But every once in a while I post it on Instagram. I need to post it on there more. But there it is. So far. Sorry about the lighting. It's not doing it justice at all. The little chick, though, the little chick is more yellow than what it's showing. It looks like baby poop yellow on, on the camera. It's not that color. Well, it's prettier than that. All these colors are just, they're vibrant, but yet they're warm. It's kind of a combo. And that's what I was looking for. I didn't want a bright, bright, bright colors because I wanted to tone down the fabric. This is a 28 count piece of fabric from Color and Cotton. But the rabbit is more yellow. And I was going for that, and when I saw that yellow online, I thought it was perfect. Well, I'm second guessing it. 6 feet. Charlie, 6 feet. She's serious. She's not messing around. Dobby has the hole under the bed, and Charlie's pushing his limit. So, I don't know. Like, you can't even see the eye because the color for the eye was close to the color that I'm stitching the little chickadee. So, I really need to think about that one. It would be so fast to pick that out and redo it, but Yeah, if you want to know what the colors are for that, just ask me. I don't have a website that I keep all of this. I thought about it while I've been sitting here, but then I thought, okay, one day I'm going to go back to work. And then what? Am I really going to keep up on that? Probably not. Can't even keep up on this, people. All right. So here's another one. This is going to take forever. Sorry. I missed you guys. I missed doing this. I have been getting this series. I don't remember if I have all of them. I haven't been billed. I'm getting it through Crazy Annie's. And I've been billed for the other things, but not this. Sorry. My Magical Stitches group is popping up. Stephanie from Miss Also Crafty, she's on there. She's like a moderator or leader, or I don't remember what they call them. Sorry. But anyhow, I just started this one. Snow Village. So cute. I got the floss pack. They all come in these, and it's enough for the whole series. And I get the fabric and the chart every month. So all the floss came once, and now I just get the fabric and the chart because I'm not doing one whole piece. So this is stitched on a 32 count linen, and if it's called for, which I believe it is, I'm sorry, this video is going to be longer than it needs to be. It is 32 count country French rain linen from WIP. I said that right, as far as I've got, but in my defense, I just started it. I actually did not start in the corner because the fabric is cut for, you know, a single finish. Is that how you would say it? I don't know. You notice that your brain kind of goes dead sitting here and not needing to think. All you people who sit or work at home, at least you keep your brain active. Mine is just done. All right. Now here's this one that is my second oldest WIP. Okay. Well, I gotta get this thing done. Black lace sampler from Rosewood Manor. This is done. I should just like not put these back in the bag right now. Just lay them together. This is taking too long. This is done on 28 count piece of fabric just from a craft store. And all I have left is the center. Everything else is done. And that center, unlike the outer part, is 1/1. They're really pretty, but they are a little hard to stitch as far as it starts to get bulky because, believe it or not, one of those little tiny finishes can easily have 7, 8 colors. This one had so many. This was insane. I mean, in some there was only one stitch for that color, but aren't they pretty? Every time I'm done, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just a lot of work trying to bury your floss, and it's 1/1, so I tried to do a pin stitch to end it, and it was too difficult. And then I get done, and I look back at it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that is so cute. He's really pushing his luck. You don't mess with a Chihuahua. She will take you down. Oh my goodness, we're pushing along, because if I stop this, I'll never get it done, and you'll never see me again. Cricket Collection, Spring. This is so pretty. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of colors. Look at all those. Look at all those colors. It's like a Hade. Most of my DMC floss is there. I just cut it for the size I need. Yeah, look at that. It won't be that long though, but it's still gonna be long. And some of the colors are called for, and the ones that I am missing, if you believe it or not, I am missing some DMC. I just change it. But isn't it cute? Look at that snail. Oh my goodness. And those flowers and the hat and the bird. Like, those down there are flowers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, again, it's a lot of work, a lot of color changes, but when you're done with one little motif, it's so cute. So cute. I'm not putting it back in the bag and watch me just regret it. Okay. This is one that I really can't show you because it's printed just for the chart, but I have shown it to you before. You're not gonna make it out, but it's America, America. Whoops. This one is really tough to do. This is done on 28 count sky blue, I think, something like that. Even weave. But this is difficult to do. This is going to be the flag, and it's an eagle, and it'll say America, America. But I was stitching this for my husband's man cave. And it's this and something else I have that I didn't finish that I regret. Because I showed it to him, and he was excited about it, and said, oh, I definitely put that in my man cave. And I always had something else to stitch, to start, to work on. And I got to that twice, and I never got to give it to him. Don't ever put anything off. Just get it done, because even if they enjoyed it for a month, or for a year, or if they got to enjoy it for 10 years, it's worth just getting it done. But I'm finishing it, and I will put it next to my husband's ashes. We're holding on to it. A little bit of it's in Scotland, the Duart Castle, the home of the McLeans. But we're holding on to it, so when I pass, I told my son do something with us together. So, but I started on this one, and I got the floss pack. I did not get the fabric because I wanted to do my own. And I've never worked with these before. They're not bad. I don't mind them. Some people really don't like them because they look twisted. But it doesn't bother me. I hear ghosts out there. But, are you ready for this? Better if I do it this way. There's a rabbit. That's why my bag is so full. I can't wait to start something, and then I have so many WIPs to choose from. All right. Please don't go next to the bed again. Please. I'm doing March. Did you know it's not March anymore? Do you know I started this in February, not March? I don't even have the whole word done. This is done on a 28 count. No. Oops, sorry. No, this is done. It's pretty fabric. Maybe it is 28 count. I'm converting it. It is rose water. Colored cotton. I got a lot of pinks and light colors from Color and Cotton when I was on their club. And I just started using that for spring pieces. Let's see. Okay. These are a lot of charts you haven't seen that I bought. And some you have. So this is Spring ABC. I have all of them. Again, I use my own piece of fabric. It is Fabrics by LJ. Melon, I believe. Honeydew. It's a melon. I miss his fabrics. Really do. They're so soft and they're so pretty. Look at that color. Oh, I just knew I need to stitch this on this piece of fabric. And I'm so excited because it'll go straight down. But this is my back. It's not too bad, huh? And look at all that I'm going to have left. It's like, yes, I'm going to have more. I can use it for something else. Pretty excited. That's the neighbor's motorcycle. I don't know if you can hear that. He's pretty loud. So some of these I'm putting in the back. It's real loud. Sounds like he's at the corner. Okay, this is another one that I don't have a picture of. It's on my iPad. But I have all 4 seasons, and it's a house in it, and I don't remember what it's called. But this is the summer one. That's all I have for you. This is I think this is a 14 count from Color and Cotton. Yeah, I don't have the fabric name. No. It is bad if I can't see with my glasses. No, this is a 14 count. It's so loud. I say he's going back and forth, so I'm hoping he's not so loud you can't hear me. We're getting close to being done. And this is a Nor Corbett Halloween Fairy. This is done on, sorry, I can't. 28 count. Is it Zephyrus? I'm guessing. Everybody else could probably read it. But this is as far as I've gotten. Let me fold it again so you can see it better. You're not seeing it better. There we go. I'm doing the skin 2/2. It's how I roll. It's just how I roll. If I did 1, if I did 1/1, I have to try. No. All of you who do it, hats off to you. It looks amazing. Really, I admire you. Not how I roll. The ghost just moved, so the dogs had to bark. All right, here we go. This next one is done in Santa's Great Book. That was real shiny. Here we go. It's Santa and the Bear. I like to say Santa and Polar Bear. Okay. And I'm doing it with called for colors and called for fabric, and this is the first time I've ever done a piece of fabric that's this dark. And I started this in the middle because I figure I'm not going to use any more of this fabric on anything. It's just so dark for my eyes. But yeah, that's the bear, obviously, his ear, so cute. It is slow going because it's so dark, but I'm getting slowly there. There's a lot of stitching in that piece. Okay, I'll save that one for later. This one here has a Halloween piece. It was a navy, 28 count navy, by the way. So I'm doing these. And right now I am between two books because I haven't finished the top one, but I am starting to work on the bottom one. Mostly what's left of the top one is that glow-in-the-dark floss that I bought. Somebody on here, I can't remember who it was. I don't remember if it was Belinda or who it was, said that she didn't have any problem, but I'm challenged. Again, hats off to you because I fought it. I got mad. I ripped it out. I got mad again. So I need to find a couple pieces of maybe Krennic, so it'll sparkle at least, but before I can finish it, the witch up here. But I'm starting to work on the moon. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's grainy. Normally in good light, he's falling asleep. Normally in good light, this camera does really well. Oh, and I converted this because it had you do like two different colors of a moon. Right, like that. And then that swirly is a third color. Well, this isn't turning out to look like that, but I had a piece of color and cotton that were those two colors. And I thought it's not going to have that like solid of one color, solid of other, like it's showing. But I love how that looks. I think I like it better like that. And then the swirly part here is with, no, what's it called for? Maybe I changed that because, yeah, I changed that because it was blending in too much with this. So, some is called for, some is not. We're nearing the end. This is what I started last year. I think I showed it to you. I ended up starting something on my Stitch 9 challenge. This one right here. And it's from Keepsake Calendar from last year. And it is called for colors. Did I tell you what? This fabric is Fabrics by LJ, and I think it's Spooky. I don't remember. I just know it's Fabrics by LJ. 28 count. This is 28 count. Winter Sunset. Here we are. So I did mess up a little bit. These two wings here. See, still got back stitch. It's only a half stitch. Can you see that close? To make that wing look very delicate and see-through. Well, it was supposed to be half a stitch with one floss. I did two. Well, I think one would have made it look really delicate, but oh well. I just worked on this last night. This is the one I worked on for a little bit. Game of Thrones. I'm doing that dragon. It's from an Etsy shop. I don't remember who. I didn't print that off. Sorry, I didn't print that off. Call for colors. Yeah, and this is corner, and this is one of the dragon's wings. And what I'm doing is I'm going row by row because it's only got 3 colors until you get further around like its face, and then there's like 1 or 2 more colors, but you can see that they're sporadic. So I just started going row by row. I started to do the black and I realized I'd have to carry a lot or stop and start. I mean, I'm still carrying, but this is just easier. I can read it easier. I'm reading it from PDF because it's not printing off very well. It's too small. Yeah, once I get to the people, it'll be a lot easier. But this dragon, let me just show you a little piece. See? Sorry, my hand is shaking. I don't know why. Like it's not shaking. Real weird. Anyway, so I'm not a hand shaker, so maybe it's how my arm was. I don't know. Oh boy, here's another one. This is from Stony Creek. I don't have a chart. It's in a magazine and I haven't put away. Sorry. But this is a pansy. Pause, relax, renew. You have seen this before. I had this on a hoop and I don't know what happened, but it did this. It's one of those hoop stands. It's like it's a lap stand, but it's in a form of a hoop. And I did that. So before I start stitching more on it, I want to wash that. It will all be stitched over, but if I can make it less, because I don't know if it's going to show through. Oh man, I've got a mess. I cannot stitch any more new starts. So a friend of mine gave this to me. I think I may have shown it to you. I have not stitched on it. Don't lose the floss. But she gave it to me like this. It's not color separated, but this was it. And I do have it in my WIP pile. I haven't picked it up. And she almost had it done. And I do want to finish it, and I want to put it right at beginning of my door. That's where I have my other cross stitch right now, because I wasn't sure how I was going to have things set up. So I'm probably going to move my big cross stitch that my husband had framed. It was my hyacinth one. I'm trying to decide if I want to put it above the TV or side by side and move this. I don't know. There was a hook right there when I moved it. He's deaf, so he has no idea that she's giving him hell. He's just walking around. I don't care. And my last one. Oh, I did not realize. I thought I only had one that I don't have a chart for printed off. I should have been more prepared, but this has been going on. Yeah. Oh. Who was it? I watched so many people. Maybe this was Spooky. Isn't that so pretty? This is Fabrics by LJ too. But Samantha from Crafting Between Stitches. I just watched her the other day. She started this. That's why I got this, because she showed it and I had to have it. And oh my, wow, that is a really dark piece of fabric. You can't even see it. But it is a Barbara Anna design. It's in 3 stages and it's Black Cat Hollow. And she was doing a sow with this and I failed miserably. She may even be done. I changed some of the colors. I've added a white pumpkin. I probably will with each row. If there's a pumpkin on each row, I don't remember. But it's in PDF. so bad about that, aren't I? That's 28 count too. One of these I think is called Spooky, and I don't remember which. But you can't get it anymore. And here is my last one. Dobby. Oh, sorry. Gizmo. Gizmo. Dobby's laying on the pillow. I thought it was Dobby giving heck. It's the other girl. Giz, be nice to the old man. Oh, boy. Yeah. This is, I need to better plan. So this is from, is it just Cross Stitch? Cross Stitch and Needleworks magazine. I have these magazines, are all put away. But I've shown this multiple times. It's on my lap stamp. It's really big. But this is how far I've gotten. So there's some French knots done up here, in here. And I'm taking those out. I was going to do beads, then I saw how many French knots there were, so then I thought, I'm not going to buy all those beads, right? No way am I going to buy all those beads. And then, sorry, my good friend and Bible study partner, I was telling her all about crafts and my stitching, and this is right before the stay-at-home order, and she goes, I'm not doing jewelry anymore. It just hurts my fibro too bad to sit that long and do jewelry. I only do once in a while. And she says, I'm actually going through all my beads. Like, I stopped right at beads. So, yeah, I've got tons and tons of beads. And I go, wow, you're lucky because I'm doing this cross stitch I was telling you about. And I wanted to do beads, but I'm doing French knots instead. I really wanted to do beads because I think it would really add to it. And she goes, come in my craft room. I don't think they'll tip out. No, they won't tip out. She goes, which colors could you use? I said, well, as soon as I'm done, I'll bring it over and maybe we could match. She says, I won't get rid of them. I won't get rid of them. And then she goes, finally she handed it to me. And she goes, here. Oh, there goes my... I knew I'd drop it. She goes, take it home. I'm not doing jewelry. And if I do need it to make something, I'll call you. But just hold on to it and use whatever you need for your project. And then we were talking. And then finally she goes, you know, about the beads and all the things that you can use for cross stitch. And finally she goes, just keep it. What? Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. She goes, just keep it. I'm not doing it anymore. I was just going to sell them. Just keep it. It's a birthday gift. You know, I'll show you again. So, and there's one that has multi-colors in there. So I could pick some out. But, oh my goodness. Plus I have a few Mill Hills. But, I mean, it's still got paper in there. I think she bought this like this. I think. Or maybe she bought them individual. I don't know, but... And they're really small. I don't know what size that would be. But it's perfect size for that because I wanted them to just be small, subtle, because I didn't want it to take over any of the stitching. Oh, it's like the best gift ever. I was so like, are you sure? And I'm holding it. Are you sure? Are you really sure you can? Yeah, very excited. But yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. I think That's all the stuff I'm stitching. That's it. That's all I have to show you. That's all my WIPs. I know. Right? It only took, what, 3 hours? I don't even know. Holy Toledo. I'm going to look at that closer. It's almost an hour. Couldn't have been all my WIPs, right? So I'm going to go. I'm going to get me a cup of coffee. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to stitch. I'm going to read. I don't know. Probably stitch. I've got one more challenge I haven't gotten to, and that's the black lace sampler. So I have to put 200 stitches in there, which is perfect because by the time I'm done doing about 200 stitches in that, I'm pretty much done. The stitches are so small and I really get in there. I don't know why it's different, but then my hand starts to cramp. This one here doesn't bend very well anymore, or you can bend this one. This one you can feel give and a little bit of give. So if I push it, it starts hurting. So about 200, 300 stitches at a time is about what I do comfortable without being in pain. So yeah, that's it. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to finish cleaning up here too. Maybe I'll do that first, because once I sit down and stitch, that's it. Those are balloons for my birthday in February that my boss got me. And only one has given up, and that one's on its way. Those are some pretty great balloons. So Charlie's falling asleep up against the wall, so I better go make him comfortable. I will try and get back on here. Next time I get back on here. The stay-at-home order here in Oregon is supposed to be up on the 28th, and then they're going to reevaluate. Some states have already had to have another month added to it, but we're supposed to slowly start opening. We've already opened up our parks with rules, but I think there's going to be a lot of change. I don't think anything's going to get back to normal for a long time. So, but school is out for the rest of the year. I think that's the case everywhere. All the kids have their homework done or at home, so they're homeschooling. Hello, I homeschooled my kids their whole school year. But yeah, I know it's difficult, and I gotcha. I understand. But yeah, so the next time I come back, if I can get back here when it's quiet, I will show you whatever I've been stitching on. I've got a book that I'm going to keep tabs on what I've been stitching since I upload this video, because I stitch on multiple things throughout the week with the challenges, the tasks, and so I'll be keeping track of that. And then I'm going to show you probably my finishes that I've done. I've got a drawer here. These are just my finishes. I can't talk about it. Okay, all right. It's not working. And then I have a drawer. Oh gosh. Charts. And that's not all of them. I've got some by my nightstand. I'm not trying to put that away. And I have some on the way. Yeah, I don't know. My kids are going to have a handful when I die. They're going to come in here and they're going to see all this cross-stitch stuff and be like, what are we going to do? Dogs and cross-stitch. I will talk to all of you later. I think we're getting into an hour, and I don't want to do like an hour and a half. So thank you guys. Thank you all for sticking with me. For all of you who have not given up and not hit the unsubscribe thinking that I ran away. I'm still here. And thank you for anybody who's new, who has subscribed. I think I have some new subscribers from Magical Stitches, and you haven't seen anything. You just seen on the page that I have my own video. I think I posted there. I don't know if I had the nerve to post there because I wasn't doing anything. But yeah, I'm going to get off and talk to you all later. I hope you're all staying safe. I want to say a big thank you to all the nurses out there. My husband's cousin is a nurse for babies. I want to thank all the fire and the police and the store workers and the truck drivers. My husband was a truck driver. He would have been out in the thick of it. All of the essential employees that are on the front lines, that are just even selling groceries, just bagging groceries, just grabbing carts. You guys are grabbing carts out there, you know, and I just stay home, you know. Yeah, so I hope you're all staying safe. Just be careful, and yeah, I guess I don't really have anything else to say. I do hope that life gets back to normal, but I hope everybody is safe in the process. So, thank you for watching. I miss you all. I love you guys, and if you have any questions about my stuff, as I said, ask just down below, and I will post a link or just tell you where I found it, or whatever question is. So, I'm going to go so I can get this up there so you guys can see it. Talk to y'all later. Bye.